aftershocks rocking Puerto Rico, forcing a hospital to evacuate, knocking the island into darkness. Just a day after a 5.8 quake destroyed homes. We're live with the latest.
On the edge, a deadly stampede erupts in Iran at the funeral for the top commander killed by a U.S. drone strike. Tensions escalating. Well, one of the top Iranian officials is telling Martha Raddatz this morning about their plans to strike back.
Your supreme leader said it must be a direct, proportional response carried out in the open.
What is the target list? Martha reporting live from Iran this morning.
Australia arrests 24 people now facing charges for deliberately setting fires as those massive flames scorch more than 14 million acres. This family sheltering in a movie theater for days, and the new warning about the rain, why fire officials said could actually hurt their effort to stop the flames. Ginger's back on the front lines this morning.
Harvey Weinstein hit with new sexual assault charges as his trial begins in New York. Ronan Farrow, who helped break the Weinstein story, is here live only on GMA.
Bachelor bombshell. Fans stunned when Hannah B makes an appearance not once, but twice on last night's premiere.
And an ABC News exclusive. Pat Sajak's daughter, Maggie, stepping in on Wheel of Fortune overnight. How Vanna White helped her as her father recovered from that emergency surgery. Our interview only on GMA.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
It was appropriate that we were hearing We Are Family, because we are family. The family's all back, Michael. Good to see you.
It was good to be back. Happy New Year, you guys. Happy New Year, everybody out there. But we have a big show today. We have a lot of breaking news to get to this morning.
We do. That Iran crisis continues to spread, with Iran promising direct attacks against Americans, the U.S. warning ships in the Middle East against possible attacks, and dozens killed by a crowd stampede at the funeral of Iran's commander. We're going to go live to Martha Raddatz in Tehran in a moment.
But we're going to begin with the chaos in Puerto Rico. A 6.4 earthquake and multiple aftershocks rocking the island just a day after a 5.8 earthquake destroyed multiple homes and this famous landmark, the Punta Ventana rock formation. ABC's Victor Oquendo starts us off with the very latest. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, Michael. This was felt across the island, the most powerful earthquake yet, followed by a swarm of at least 11 more. The notoriously vulnerable power grid was proactively shut down, as we're now getting a better look at the damage with sunrise.
Power in my room here in Old San Juan is out.
This morning, Puerto Rico engulfed in darkness, lights barely flickering at the airport in San Juan.
The power went out at the airport.
At least one hospital forced to evacuate patients to the streets in their gurneys after a powerful 6.4 earthquake rocked the island this morning.
Oh my God, it's shaking.
21-year-old Nicole Peralta lives in San Juan and woke up to her apartment swaying back and forth.
I could hear cracks through my house. Everything started falling over.
This comes on the heels of Monday's 5.8 quake called a foreshock that shook houses right off their foundations, snapped power poles, and toppled this home, pancaking both cars parked below. It was one of the strongest quakes to ever hit the U.S. territory, causing small landslides on this highway. Drivers forced to avoid boulders during their morning commute. Officials say tremors have been hitting the area since late December. The quake striking less than 10 miles off the southwest coast near the major city of Ponce, a place we visited a few months ago. Still so vulnerable, more than 2 years since Hurricane Maria.
When they rain coming a lot of water.
A lot of water comes right inside the house.
More than 13 aftershocks followed Monday's quake. This station on the air during one of them. The threat of a quake looms large here because Puerto Rico sits along the border of two tectonic plates. Officials say people in the southwest part of the island need to remain on high alert. Reports of a handful of injuries on the southern part of the island are starting to come in now. One of the main power plants located in that same area did sustain some damage. The hope is that power will be restored later today, but with so many powerful aftershocks, there's no timetable for that.
No, there's no frightening situation there. All right, Victor, thank you. Now to the escalating tensions with Iran. As we said, the supreme leader is now promising direct attacks against Americans. This as mourners pack into the streets for the funeral of Iran's top commander, leading to a deadly stampede. Martha Raddatz is in Tehran, where she just spoke with Iran's foreign minister. Good morning, Martha.
Good morning, Robin. This was the final day of the funeral procession, and it turned tragic. The actual burial now postponed because of the crowds. This as the U.S. is warning ships in the Gulf of possible retaliatory attacks. This morning, a deadly stampede erupting at the funeral procession of General Soleimani in his hometown. Reports of dozens killed. Hundreds of thousands of mourners have been taking to the streets as Soleimani is finally laid to rest. This image from space capturing the massive crowds paying their respects to Soleimani, vowing revenge against the U.S. And this morning in Iran's capital, the foreign minister saying in a speech the U.S. will receive the definitive, resolute response to its brazen criminal act in a place and at a time it hurts most. Minister Zarif, who has now been denied a visa to attend a UN meeting this week in New York, spoke with me shortly after those comments.
Iran is a very patient country. We will take our action after necessary deliberation, but I'm sure that it will be taken at the time of our choosing, not at the time of the United States choosing.
There are reports that your supreme leader said it must be a direct, proportional response carried out in the open. Does that mean Iran will acknowledge?
Once we do it, yes, we will. We don't carry cowardly acts of terror like the United States.
I ask if civilians would be taken off the target list.
Iran has never put U.S. civilians on its target list to take them off its target list. We obey rules of international law.
U.S. bases across the Middle East are bracing for retaliatory attacks from the Iranian regime. And now the Pentagon rushing to explain a leaked letter suggesting that U.S. troops are preparing to exit Iraq and that the U.S. respects Iraq's sovereign decision to order our departure. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff saying the letter was only an unsigned draft and should not have been released, calling it a mistake. Secretary of Defense Mark Esper saying there has been no decision for U.S. troops to leave Iraq, despite that vote by the Iraqi parliament to kick them out. The U.S. is sending those B-52s for backup in addition to 3,500 additional troops to the Mideast, all in a region that President Trump had vowed to get American troops out of. George?
Everyone is braced. Okay, Martha, thanks very much. And all these moves reverberating across Washington. So let's bring in Cecilia Vega from the White House, Mary Bruce on Capitol Hill. And Cecilia, with all this confusing communication from the administration, they are under more pressure to bring answers to Congress.
Yeah, George, you said it. Confusion, a lot of contradictions. You've got this issue that Martha just raised about the status of those troops there in Iraq and what happens with them. You've got the defense secretary now flat out contradicting the president of the United States over this issue of whether they can strike cultural sites. The president has now twice defended his ability to hit Iranian cultural sites. The defense secretary, Esper, is now saying that the United States will indeed follow the laws of armed conflict. And you've got this huge question of why now? The president had said that the strike on Soleimani was because of an imminent threat. He did an interview with Rush Limbaugh yesterday where he was essentially asked why now, and he made no mention of this imminent threat. Well, Democrats are demanding to know more. And today, George, the White House will do this briefing with top congressional leaders on Capitol Hill. The entire Congress will get this classified briefing tomorrow. So they've got to start to answer these questions the Democrats are demanding.
And Mary Bruce, Speaker Pelosi wants more than answers. She's going to try to block any new military action against Iran unless the president comes to Congress first.
Yeah, George, the speaker is now trying to reassert Congress's oversight responsibility. Democrats in the House are planning to vote on a war powers resolution to limit the president's military actions regarding Iran. It would prohibit military engagement with Iran after 30 days unless Congress explicitly approves.
But Mary, and all this is happening right in the middle of impeachment, and got a major curveball yesterday. The president's former national security advisor, John Bolton, now says he's willing to answer a subpoena from the Senate.
Yeah, George, this was a huge surprise and about face by John Bolton. If he does testify, he would be the closest advisor to the president to do so. He would be a key firsthand witness. He has key knowledge and is well aware of the pressure campaign that the president and his top aides and closest allies were pushing with Ukraine. He allegedly once compared it to a drug deal. Now, Democrats here on the Hill feel that this surprise offer boosts their demand that the Senate trial include witnesses, and it certainly is upping the pressure on Republicans and leader Mitch McConnell, who so far has been resisting those demands. But, George, even key Republican senators who say they want to hear from players like Bolton say they are backing McConnell's strategy here to wait until mid-trial to make a call on witnesses.
Meantime, Cecilia, the White House being relatively quiet on this Bolton issue. Of course, the president had a pretty fractious relationship with John Bolton.
Yeah, so far no response from the White House, and it's worth noting that Bolton gave Mitch McConnell a heads up about this potential testimony, but he did not give the White House a heads up on this. The president had said it would be Bolton's decision to testify, but, you know, the White House has stonewalled top aides in the past and even went to court to block them from testifying, George.
Cecilia Vega, Mary Bruce, thanks very much. Michael?
All right, George, now to the historic fires devastating Australia. Some 130 fires are burning right now, scorching more than 14 million acres of land. At least 25 people have been killed and more than 2,000 homes destroyed. Ginger is there in Bateman's Bay with the latest this morning. Good morning, Ginger.
Good morning, Michael. We've been driving around for 7 hours south of Sydney today. It was just endless landscape, just charred. And you can see there's also just hot spots everywhere, like the ones that I'm surrounded by. I also have a new accessory this morning, my mask. When I'm not talking to you, I'm wearing this thing because the air quality is horrible. And the smoke, look at this satellite image. The smoke from the Australia bushfires has now reached all the way to South America. This morning, as intense flames still scorch parts of Australia, at least 4 people are missing and at least 24 are dead. New South Wales police charging 24 people for allegedly setting some of these bushfires. An airline passenger spotting pyrocumulus clouds over the weekend, essentially fire-induced thunderstorms. Lightning from those storms starting new fires.
We believe what we saw is a column collapse that spread that fire dramatically in a number of different directions. So it's an incredibly difficult and dangerous season.
More than 14 million acres have burned, fueled in part by Australia's driest and hottest year on record. So when it rained Monday, people in Sydney cheered as the skies opened up. But fire officials say that the rain is actually hampering their ability to backburn. That's when firefighters set fires intentionally to control the progress of the main fire.
Let's start with the backburning. It's so counterintuitive for people to say, I see rain, that has to be good.
It's definitely not enough to extinguish it, but it's just being a real pain in the fact that we can't actually light the fire in front of it. So it is a little bit of a problem at the moment.
One of the biggest factors in the epic fire season that still has at least 2 months to go? The drought, driven by something called the Indian Ocean Dipole, or IOD. It's a fluctuation of sea surface temperatures in the Indian Ocean. And in its positive phase, the westerly winds that would typically bring rain weaken, and sometimes easterly winds form. That takes all the warm water and rain-inducing storms away from Australia.
Many areas now haven't seen, good rains for almost 2 years.
Tens of thousands have been evacuated, but for some, escaping the inferno has not been easy.
We had 3 different attempts for air evac that failed because of too much smoke.
Megan Wegg and her family were forced to seek refuge in a movie theater while waiting for rescue.
There was actually ash falling from the vent.
A helicopter finally managing to get in and get the family out to safety.
You know how they say you never know what you got till it's gone? The air is definitely something I'm really appreciating right now, fresh air.
Can I show you something? Even when you see these hot spots, there's a threat after the fire goes through. That tree burning from the inside out, trees can easily fall. That's how people can get hurt. A lot of these fires were set intentionally, that backburning we talked about. They're trying, the firefighters, to get on top of it because by this weekend, the conditions get way worse, guys.
And can you give us a sense being there? I know this was your first time ever to be in Australia, not the reason why you wanted to be there, but we're glad that you are. Just give us a sense of what people are dealing with there, Ginger.
The loss, I mean, it's unimaginable. You think about losing everything that you have. Your neighbors also lose everything they have. They have a lot of help. They have a lot of heart here in Australia. I've learned that. Really great people. But they're feeling like this is only the middle. They're not even close to the end. They've got 2 months left in this fire season. So there's fear and hope combined, I'd say.
But they are hardy people. They really are. Okay, Ginger, thank you. We'll get back to you a little bit later. But now to that investigation into that horrible chain reaction crash in Pennsylvania that left 5 people dead. The NTSB on the scene again this morning, collecting evidence that could reveal exactly what sparked that massive accident. Gio Benitez has much more on all this. Good morning, Gio.
Robin, good morning. Just an awful crash. NTSB investigators will be on the ground for at least a week trying to figure out what caused it. Let's show you what it looked like from the air. Just an unbelievable picture. The NTSB saying it all started when a bus bound for Cincinnati from New York lost control and slammed into 3 tractor trailers and a passenger car. Now, the bus driver and 2 passengers were killed. The drivers of 2 of the trucks also killed, more than 60 injured. Now, it turns out the bus did not have seatbelts because it didn't have to. It is not yet mandatory to have seatbelts on all buses. Michael?
All right, sad situation. Thank you so much, Gino. Now to new clues about those mysterious drone sightings in the heartland. Law enforcement is setting up a task force to investigate, and Clayton Sandell has the latest.
It's the strange mystery with many questions but few answers.
People said it's the North Koreans. I've heard that it's like some alien invasion, drug enforcement.
That's another one, yeah. Nightly reports of drones buzzing the night sky since mid-December over parts of Colorado and Nebraska. We believe we saw them too.
It's got all sorts of weird lights on it that do not look like an airplane.
But with no idea who might be flying them or why, local and federal officials, including the FBI, are now launching a drone task force.
People are concerned, and we're going to try to get to the bottom of it.
Overnight, investigators turned this fire plane into a drone hunter, armed with high-tech sensors and cameras, flying a spaghetti-shaped search for hours. Authorities also looking for a potential command vehicle they say might look like a box trailer with antennas or a large van.
Military personnel were here today, assured us that they are not withholding information from us.
Do you believe it?
I don't know. I really don't.
One man even thought he saw a drone go down in flames, but that may have been a shooting star.
He saw what he believed the object land in one of the fields out there.
That lack of hard evidence leading to the theory that all those drones might simply be airplanes or even stars.
This is sort of a modern version of the UFO hysteria, in that people think they see something and all of a sudden everybody thinks they see something, but they're really seeing nothing, or they're seeing something that's eventually going to be easily explained scientifically.
Now, the sheriff tells me these drones don't appear to be doing anything illegal, but he's warning people not to do something that would be very illegal, and that is to shoot the drones down. He is worried someone could get hurt. The truth is out there, guys.
All right, Clay, thank you.
Yeah. We are following a lot of other stories this morning. Harvey Weinstein facing new sexual assault charges. Ronan Farrow is here live.
And we have our exclusive with Pat Sajak and his daughter Maggie as she fills in on Wheel of Fortune how Vanna White helped her out. But first, let's go over to Rob.
Hey guys, good morning. We do have a little winter weather that's coming into the east. Roanoke, Washington, now extended into Philadelphia. We've got winter weather advisories for a fast-moving system. Shouldn't dump a whole lot, and temperatures right around freezing, so a slushy commute from D.C. to Philly later on tonight. Time now for your Tuesday trivia, brought to you by Capital One.
Okay, I have to say something. With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day, not just on airline purchases. Just think about the miles you can earn on things like gifts.
Should I continue?
No, I want to hear this. Or a rental tux with a handsome cummerbund. Double miles on all of it.
Holy matrimony! That's a lot of miles. Anyone else speak now?
One more thing. What's in your wallet?
Several hours of dry conditions out the door this morning, but it is a weather alert day from Storm Watch 7 as we'll see our first weather maker of the year produce some snow across our area. It starts about noon today. Your temperature topping out at about 41 degrees. Rain snow mix going over to all snow around 2-3 o'clock, and some moderate to even potential of heavy snow, especially just west of the I-95 corridor. Could get as much as 4 inches in Loudoun County, Montgomery County.
He's facing a whole new set of sexual assault charges. We're going to have a lot more on that when we come back.
I wrote this a long time ago. I don't know how old I was. I hope someday I will be on a real football team. I'm Katie Sowers, offensive assistant coach for the San Francisco 49ers.
Whoa, hold it.
I'm not just here to be the token female. I'm here to help us win. The Surface Pro helps me get